Previously in our love-hate relationship with comic culture.
Do believe Hank and Scott are going to die. I believe that wholeheartedly. And I think we might see Reed.
In Ant-Man?
Yep.
Maybe.
Yo, I'm Mickey Fax.
Y'all Tat Wizard.
I'm Pete Rock.
And this is our love-hate relationship with comic culture. That's all good.
Joined each and every week by my brothers, Tat and Pete Rock, as we debate all things Marvel and DC comic culture. And today is a day that I've been waiting for since Friday. I cannot wait to talk about Ant-Man. Actually, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Wait.
Quantumania.
Did you watch it?
No.
Yo, come on, man. You can't dump on
Nah,
me.
I'll be fair to you. I'll be fair. I'm waiting.
Let's start off there. Let's start right there. Pete, why haven't you gone to see Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania?
Because I've heard stuff about it. I'm just going to wait for it to come out on demand or something.
You feel like it's not worth your time already?
Not from what I'm hearing.
Just so everyone is clear, I offered to give Pete $5 for $5 Tuesday to go and watch Quantumania. He shut me down. I asked for his cash app. He did not send.
You know what? I was in the studio, my bro. I got excuse. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need your money. He wants to see it.
I'm right.
He wants to see it, but you should see it now. Well, what have you heard, Pete?
Okay, I've just heard that it wasn't good. It was a lot of jokes. It was like over the top jokes.
Pete, have you seen the other Ant-Man?
Hold on. I already know about the first Ant-Man. I know how Paul Rudd engaged himself in the character. And today it's just, comic book jokey. That's what it's about. You got to throw some little humor in the movies. I don't think it needs it, but you know what I'm saying? And so what I'm hearing about Quantumania just really kind of made me sad, man.
Okay.
You know what? I feel like Marvel has been striking out, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, I can't argue with you on that. So I'm listen. Tat.
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you give Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania on a scale of 1 to 10?
All right. So can I say something?
No.
All of the I feel like are there to set things up. No Ant-Man is an 8 or a 9. Ant-Man himself does well in the whole universe, and his story is good, but the movie overall is like an in-between movie. Every Ant-Man has been, for me, a 7, 7.8. This I give a 7.5. Now, with context of Jonathan Majors is a 10. That alone makes me love this movie. I will go back to watch this movie to see what Jonathan Majors did. Paul Rudd did what Paul Rudd does with Scott Lang. There's no surprise there, so I wasn't upset about it. I get it. Y'all don't like the jokes. I hear you. But for me, it's a good movie experience. And this was a good movie. We started off phase 5 strong as fuck. And I know what your argument is getting ready to be, Mickey. And I'm not going to spoil it and jump in with my response now. Go ahead.
Listen. Yo, I'm giving this movie a 6 out of 10. Okay? And I have a so first of all, spoiler alert. Pete doesn't care.
I don't care.
I don't know if Tom saw this movie or not. Tom, did you see this movie?
I have not seen it, and if you're about to spoil it for me, I'm going to close my ears.
You knew what this
Close your ears, bro.
Take your headphones out your ears because I'm about to spoil it. Spoiler alert. Okay, check this out. Check this out, man. I have a couple of gripes with this movie. The first gripe that I have with this movie is that it was the first hour was pointless. It was pointless. I did not like the first hour of the movie. I did not care about how they got to the quantum realm. I hated the fact that they kept not saying who Kang was. Like, no. This is what should have happened. I love Infinity War. I'm not sure. I know Pete doesn't like it. I love Infinity War. And honestly, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, should have been like Infinity War from the perspective of Kang. Infinity War focused on Thanos. Infinity War focused on Thanos.
The first film in Phase 5, you want to be like
I wanted
Infinity
it to
War.
focus. Let me finish. I wanted it to focus
20-something movies.
I wanted it to focus on Kang. Okay?
He's gonna be the big catch of the
What
whole
about
big
Kang
screen.
Dynasty that's to come? What you want that to do?
I want that to be what Kang Dynasty is clearly going to be about, the multiple council of Kangs. That's clearly what it's going to be. But we should have gotten a strong backstory of Kang. Who Kang is, where he came from, what year, how did he get to where he was. We just know he just crash landed in fucking the quantum realm.
It's like it's an introduction almost, right? Like just an introduction.
Right. It should have the movie should have been
those people that did Loki, right?
The movie should have been about Kang, Tat. It should not have been about Ant-Man and the Wasp. It should have been about Kang.
Same movie.
Right?
If it was only about Kang, y'all would say,
it's an Ant-Man movie.
It wasn't nothing about Ant-Man in there.
No, I wouldn't have complained about Ant-Man. Because the reason why is because
he got good screen time. He got good screen time.
Kang was the highlight of this movie. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the problem?
Pete didn't even see it. Pete didn't see it, and he knows that Jonathan Majors as Kang was the highlight of this movie.
What's the problem?
The second half of the movie, anytime he was on the screen, he commanded respect. Everybody, no jokes. He didn't tell one joke because nothing was funny. Nothing was funny about what was about to happen.
So you now understand the juxtaposition of Ant-Man
Let
being
me
a little...
finish, Tat.
All right, go ahead. I'm
Tat,
sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let me get my gripes out because you got your happy joy out. So the movie should have been about Kang.
Mm-hmm.
The first half of the movie, right? They should have just got rid of that, right? Jonathan Majors was excellent, pure excellence. He was a 10 out of 10. Me and Tat agree on that. He was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that Kang has seemingly been defeated.
Say that again. What's that word?
I'm not gonna seemingly been defeated, not killed. Well, he was killed by the Loki variant by 2 white women. We see a powerful black villain on screen, and a white woman killed or defeated him twice. How am I supposed to be invested in a character that got beat twice? He's supposed to be this big bad villain who killed Thor, who killed multiple Avengers, and loses or dies to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Really, the Wasp.
Speak on it, my nigga.
This, to me, is egregious. I hated to see Sylvie kill this He Who Remains. We excused her killing him in Loki. We excused it because it jump started everything. You build up Kang to be this fantastic villain, better than Thanos, only to lose to ants that were quote unquote sped up,
evolved,
and mutated or whatever.
And I was hyped off the trailer, bro, by Jonathan Majors. I was hyped.
And he gets beat up by Ant-Man, and then gets hit with like some blasting from fucking the Wasp, and then he's destroyed. Terrible, horrible, disgusting. I'm sorry. The only reason why this doesn't get a 2 out of 10 is because of Jonathan Majors. That is my rant. What is your rebuttal, Tat Wizard?
You niggas is funny. So, do you know who Kang is? Do you know that his powers are technology? And that's what we saw. His suit got fucked up, so he lost his power. What power does Kang have against an Ant-Man who's a veteran at this, knows what he's doing, smart himself? Y'all sleeping on him because he does some street shit and a little criminal, but the motherfucker's smart, is a dad. His daughter was in trouble. He has some extra fucking adrenaline in the system, and niggas can't beat somebody that got on some fucking Nintendo Power Gloves that went wrong. Man, what are you talking about? He is a big bad. That's the point. The season of the villain is here, but it's not just the big bad that we're dealing with that we regularly know. He's all powerful because he knows how to manipulate time. And that's what got disrupted when he got banished to the quantum realm, whatever. And he didn't have his chair. He had his suit. And that's how he was able to subjugate all the people in the quantum realm and create a massive army that he was trying to take with him. Because the technology was his power. That got disrupted when some real motherfucking heroes stepped on the scene.
Uh-oh. He's getting his rocks off right now, bro.
And
I can't really speak.
He
I
Who
can't say much.
Remains did not get killed by 2 white women or whatever. He Who Remains gave up. He said, I'm tired and I'm ready to go. They couldn't have fucking beat him if he didn't do that. So that theory, window, goodbye.
Tat, you done?
Well, the way Mickey said it and the way you're saying it now is just like, I ain't gonna like that part when I see it. When I watch this movie, I know what y'all.
Did you see Loki, the season ending of Loki?
Yeah.
So that's the part with the Sylvie that we're talking about. The rest, I don't know. You may like it because we don't know that Kang got killed. He got defeated, yes, but he didn't get killed.
Listen.
Plus,
but I hear what Mickey's saying.
Let's go for it.
You know,
we really
he gets
saw
defeated by
the Council of Kangs, and y'all niggas is saying,
Tom,
killed by 2 white women on screen.
Title this show, Kang got killed by 2 white women. That's
Done.
the title. Done.
You had the title.
That already got me disinterested. I'm just letting you know.
Listen,
Kang did not get killed by 2 white women, people. I mean, if you want to go by what
Mickey said,
instead of watching it for yourself.
Pete saw.
Hey,
Pete saw.
I saw the trailer.
Get stabbed.
That's I did see that.
Let me tell you.
That's one white woman stabbing and killing He Who Remains.
Y'all was bound to not like the movie from the door.
Tat,
and I can give you examples based off this podcast. Did you not say his name last week?
Don't say it.
Oh, I think Reed's gonna show up.
You better not. I'm telling you, Tat.
No, I ain't saying that. But did Mickey not say last week? I think Reed's gonna show up. Did he not say that?
Yeah, he did.
I wasn't disappointed that he
showed. Expectation that is impossible to combat unless it happens.
That's his crew though. That's his people.
He didn't show,
when you give yourself that expectation, you setting yourself up for failure.
Tat. Him not showing up has no bearing on my rating of the movie.
But you was already in your mind like this thing should happen this way, somewhere else.
No.
I mean, that's his idea. That's, I have ideas.
I would like. No, I mean, the movie wasn't good, Tat. Like the fact that
the movie wasn't a 10. I'll give you that. The movie
wasn't great.
Bad though, man.
It was mid. It was mid.
The movie, I guess, in a sense, right? If 7 is a mid, because you said 6.5. Like, it's the same shit. If that's mid, then it's
I said
supposed
6.
to be. It's the
You
beginning of
said
the phase.
You said 7.5. I'm saying 6. Now, what I will say, Tat, to your point, I think Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second movie, is better than the third movie.
I kind of
With
like the
Kang?
second one.
The second movie to me is better than the
With
third
Kang
movie.
in the third?
I like,
But you can't, do that for a third movie with such a dope ass actor and a great villain to sum up the whole movie. He was great. He was a great second part of that movie.
he made the.
But
Listen, people were groaning in the movie theater because we were waiting for Kang, and when he showed up, he delivered. But it took an hour, Tat. It took an hour long,
it,
bro.
I hate when they do
it
that.
didn't take an hour because you saw him in the first 5 minutes. Now, did it make you guess?
Tat.
Wait, did it make you guess where he's at now? Yeah, but it wasn't an hour before they got back to the quantum realm.
Tat.
I forget what it is.
Tat.
Whatever. And then
Tat.
you saw all of the different pieces. Now, I'm gonna give you two things I could have did without in the movie. I could have did without Bill Murray. I love Bill Murray.
Yes, I agree.
But
he showed up at
and I know the story. He asked the new Cassie, if he could get in. They gave him a part. It would have been somebody else's part. It makes sense, but it didn't. It didn't wow me. It was like, all right, you did what you did. You flipped on Shorty, and then you showing she got a track record in that realm. Whatever. She was there 30 years. It's gonna happen. But now my gripe that brings it down for me, for sure.
MODOK.
Yeah, let's hear that. Let's hear your bad side to
No,
this.
it's MODOK. Mickey just said it.
Okay.
I was like,
MODOK.
this is not good. It didn't look like
made him
Darren
look
Cross. It didn't look like MODOK. It died.
Wow.
It had bad jokes. It just was. I mean, it had great action because of what MODOK stands for. It was really fucking some shit up, but it was like you could have did so much more with this, and then now it's dead. Like,
it's not hard to make MODOK look like MODOK with CGI. I mean, it's really not hard.
But you know what though, Pete, in the real, I don't know that, dude. That might be difficult. It might be all right. Somebody may say, "Oh, it's not hard to make beats," but then they can't make beats on your level, right? So yeah, it may not be hard to make something in CGI, but it may not be easy to make it on the level that we're gonna accept from MODOK.
Got you.
So this goes back to why I don't like Iron Man, Pete, right? In the MCU.
Okay.
Right? Because Hank made Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Yellow Jacket also MODOK?
And then why they changed the whole of who you just said in Ultron movie?
Right. But
you said Hank made Ultron?
Hank made Ultron in the comics.
In the comics.
But Iron Man makes him in the MCU.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. Why did they have Iron Man make him?
Right. It should have been Hank. Now, Hank's attitude would have worked well with Ultron's attitude in the same exact movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that should have been done. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, also...
But you don't like that Hank has leveling up evolving ants that can defeat armies because they develop their own technology. You don't like that part.
That I hate that. I hated that so much. It was a cop out. It was a cop out. I did not like that. I did not like it. So ants can develop 10,000 years in advance and
if they can go through if they can shrink to a microscopic size that puts them in the quantum realm, why the fuck not?
The Tat, the juice that they drunk, it was for them to.
It was a translator.
Hear English, right?
It was a translator.
It was only a translator.
Well, it was one of the organism's blood.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then, Tat. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, they needed special suits to go into the quantum realm. Why did they not have
No,
special suits when
they
they
did not need
and
special
why were they able
suits to go into the quantum realm. The special suits that were their suits could go into the quantum realm if the regulator was fucked up and kept shrinking them to the point that they went into the quantum realm. They didn't need special suits to go into the quantum realm. That's just how they ended up getting there.
But the special suits came in Ant-Man 1 or 2. I can't remember.
2.
Well, it came in 1. It wasn't special suits. No, and then wait, special suits? No, it was just their suits. There's no special. The only special suit was in Endgame when they went time traveling.
So then how was Hank? No, he had a suit on. How was Hank able to just get into the quantum realm? He didn't have a suit
remember
on.
They developed. Remember that they put one in the minivan when they was doing the time travel shit. They developed a thing that could go into the quantum realm. Now, in this instance, what happened was Cassie developed a satellite where she was trying to look into the quantum realm in order to map it out and see shit. And MODOK picked up on the signal and sucked them in.
I hate this movie.
Man, how you hate this
could have
movie,
probably
though?
been a little better the way from what I'm hearing.
I hate this movie. Jonathan Majors. I mean, Jonathan, if you're listening, you are too good for Marvel.
Yes,
you're too good for Marvel. You are too good of an actor for this. When he was on screen, it wasn't even. It was like he was acting with amateurs. It wasn't even close.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
See this, man.
It was ridiculous.
I wouldn't say. I mean, he
was on.
I can't argue right to the point. Like, he was phenomenal, and he was the best actor in the spot.
I mean,
but I would never say that Paul Rudd can't act. I would never say that Michelle Pfeiffer can't act. I would never say Michael Douglas can't act.
Michael Douglas
I forget what Hope's government.
They all great,
but she's all right. But I mean,
but
yes,
listen,
he was above them
this
in the
movie,
sense that he brought a real villain to Ant-Man, which is not known for. Like, you know, they had fucking Yellow Jacket, who it turned out to be MODOK, right? They had Ghost. They're villains, but it's like, oh, you know, I'll take this Scooby-Doo episode a little bit. But Kang is a fucking Avenger level villain, right? So that in Ant-Man is a difference. The showing of the juxtaposition of here's the jokey Ant-Man that you're used to versus here's this real motherfucker that you gotta get used to. And to get himself out of the situation, he got sucked into something we don't know if he's good, but it doesn't matter because there's a whole fucking tribe of these motherfuckers that seem a lot more aggressive waiting in.
They all gonna lose to white women. They all gonna lose to white women.
You want me to
all those Kangs are gonna lose to white women. All of the Kangs are gonna lose to white women. All of them. I have no faith in Kang.
What kind of move was that, though?
It's nasty work. Nasty work.
All right.
Now listen.
Y'all so busy when it seeing the connective tissue and not caring about it.
Oh boy, here you go.
Really see what's happening in the movie that you're watching.
I'm calling you.
I'm going off of fumes and feedback, bro. I ain't see it yet, so I'm going to see it. When I do, I'll have a better perspective in the next episode of this movie.
Your name is Tat Tendon. Now listen. When you because this connective tissue shit, you can't keep using that as a scapegoat.
It would have been funny if you just said Tapped.
So listen, right? When we think about some of the greatest comic book movies,
y'all don't like
time.
connective tissue now. That's what you're telling me.
Oh come on, Tat. When we think about the greatest comic book movies of all time,
I really want to name an episode "Connected Tissue."
All right, well then let it rip.
Right? Listen. Infinity War. It's about Thanos. That's why that movie's so great. The Dark Knight. It's about Joker. Right? That's why the movie's so great.
Infinity War was also great because all of the pieces that they were giving you for the last 20 movies We're starting to fucking
It
make
was
your
great.
mind go.
No, it was great because we finally got a great
said
villain
finally?
out of the
You said
MCU.
finally?
Finally, yes. Before that, okay, we had Killmonger. Cool, but Thanos
He
was
was
better.
pretty
Is
good.
a better villain than Killmonger, right or wrong?
Who?
Thanos.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
It's more powerful for sure.
Oh yeah. So
Killmonger
he was a great villain. He was an
rebel
incredible villain.
gone bad. He wasn't a villain.
Marvel has had a villain problem. Thanos.
And Kang is here, and y'all
changed
They're
that.
dead.
making
That's
solo
easy.
movies. They're making solo movies for villains, dude. Who fucking does that?
You guys.
The villains
listen,
are here.
Tat is giving this
Yeah,
thing.
but not to do solo movies. They have to be introduced with the hero they came with, man.
They can't do nothing different from how you know it.
No,
Come
fuck that,
on,
That's
man. This is a
you
whole
know
other.
what? Why is it gotta
This is
be?
this whole
Why
other
is it? Why is it gotta be
universe.
changed? But the young motherfuckers don't know the old story.
Well,
Why are
then
you changing
okay.
this bullshit?
Then maybe they go back or not.
Go back, man, and just re-enhance that shit, man. I'm telling you, it makes more sense to do it that way than the way it's being done. I can't stand what they're doing, man.
I listen. I'm with Pete, and you know what? Let's see. There's somebody out there, right? We have a fan question right now that kind of is in alignment with what Pete and how Pete feels. Potentially.
We do have a listener question.
Go ahead. You want to take it away, Tom?
Yeah, this week's listener's question. The Ron T. Thank you. Says, I'm not a fan of Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Do you guys agree? And if so, who would be a better fit?
So
Deron Smith. Deron T.
Shout out to Deron. For me, I actually like Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
I'm kind of used to him now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too, Pete. And I also feel like maybe I wish we would have gotten Michael Douglas as the original Ant-Man. I think that would have been better.
And a Pym
is
story.
the original Ant-Man. It's just we didn't get a story about the original Ant-Man.
Right.
We got some.
I agree, but
places.
I like Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
I like Paul Rudd as
Lang
Ant-Man.
is a good Ant-Man, and Paul Rudd is Scott Lang.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw one out at you that I would suggest.
Who?
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody. What did he playing? What did he play?
Give me some movies.
He was in Bullet. He was in a bunch of stuff. King Kong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like Adrian.
He wouldn't have been a better Scott Lang than Paul.
He would have not been throwing as many jokes around.
That would be great.
He'd have been trying.
No. Actors know when they feel uncomfortable on doing things a certain way, and they'll be like, "Look, I want to take this role seriously, man. I don't want to be acting like a clown." You know what I'm saying? And I think that's we need to look for actors like that.
Jonathan Masters. This might not even be his best movie that's coming out this month. I'll end with that.
But Jonathan Majors. Well, that's Creed.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors.
Majors, Masters.
He's gonna body Creed.
He's high end, man.
Earned his correct name for sure.
Too good. He's too
but
good.
He's definitely going to kill that Creed. He's going to kill whatever he does. Did y'all even see Devotion?
No, I saw Lovecraft Country though. Fire.
Lovecraft Country. That was crazy. That was a crazy series. That was with what's the name? Sister in it, right? What's Jussie?
Journey Smollett. Yep.
Yeah, Jussie Smollett.
Yeah, his sister, who plays Black Canary in DC.
Jussie and I have the same birthday. That's crazy.
That's nasty work. Well, listen, man, that's our show. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys follow our love-hate relationship with comic culture and send us your thoughts, man, through Instagram. Make sure you share this with your peoples. If you love what it is that we doing at Comic Culture Podcast, let us know what you think of the show. And please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave us a rating on Apple and spread the word.
Word.
Until next week, I'm Mickey Fax.
I'm Pete Rock.
That wizard.
Excelsior.
Our love-hate relationship with comic culture is produced by Spaceman World Media. Follow the show on Insta at Comic Culture Podcast.